point of today is to realize, I was talking to Amnon before the show, that I've realized that there is no real wrong path or right path. All the energy is guiding us to alignment. So if we think of it that way, he was saying it's kind of like if you're on the road and you're going somewhere, like in essence, you could go on the side streets and you could get lost for a while, but if you want to head to your destination, eventually you need to get back on the path. So if we think of, if we're in Vancouver and we're heading to Seattle, the straight shoot for Seattle is to jump on I-5 and you're going to hit the freeway and just head north and you'll get to Seattle. But in life, sometimes a soul will go, hey, let's take the straight shoot. Let's go that way. Let's stick to the path of alignment. But sometimes we can get distracted. We may be afraid to go further. Ooh, what's in Seattle? I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready to go. And so we'll stay stuck. We'll just sit on the side of the freeway in fear. Sometimes we'll be curious about other things, even though our soul says, go this way. Our ego will say, no, I want power. I want control. I want attention. I want lots of money, fame, who knows, whatever the things are that distract us to go away from our true self. And then we go out there and eventually we get the energy that comes around that causes suffering. We learn our lessons, and the suffering in essence is also part of the path. It teaches us and it guides us to come right back into alignment. And so if we really look at it from a soul level, there's not really any good or bad. It's just experience, and all the experience is helping to guide us to choose alignment. Now, at a soul level, as far as evolution is concerned, if we would like the more gentle journey with evolution, and we want to really fulfill the tasks that we each came here to fulfill, then the path that we should go with would be the aligned path. So today I was in my yoga teacher training, and we were talking about all this and how the 8 limbs of yoga are these it's like an ethical code system of how to live your life so that you embody this state of nirvana or samadhi, and you're in this state of bliss. And so as we're learning about meditation and coming to this place of being very present, honoring stillness so that we can listen and connect with our guides and remember our mission is so vital to that alignment. And so for souls that end up getting lost and maybe they go into a partying stage of their life and they're partying and they're abusing their bodies and they're not really honoring what they're here to do, and so they suffer with depression and they don't feel confident, they struggle with self-esteem, that's in essence still a beautiful part of their journey, because that energy of suffering is going to push on them and push on them until they kind of crack and they come back to seeking that aligned path. What I tell my students is, if you want to save time, if you're like me, I like evolution, I like to move swiftly, I like to stick to my soul mission because I feel joy, I feel bliss, I feel abundance, I feel peace and harmony, and all those good energies are what you will find in the small, narrow space of alignment. And so if you want to save time, I kind of joke with my students and say, just stick to the path. If you know that meditation is serving you, and you know that stillness is helping you, you know that yoga makes your body feel better, you know when you eat green juice and vegetables and healthy organic foods, you thrive, you feel more energy, then if you keep doing that, you're going to just thrive. You're going to keep progressing and doing better and better. Last night, one of the girls mentioned something about why she feels she struggles with her body image, and that she feels that part of her, it's like a self-sabotage thing she does, where she'll be doing really great, and then she'll sabotage herself, and she'll eat a bunch of crappy foods or go out and drink and make herself feel bad, and it kind of sabotages her forward movement. So from a soul level, at some level, she's still not quite comfortable coming into her power. So she'll move and progress to a certain point and then sabotage to keep herself held back, because she's actually, in essence, afraid of her own power. So if we look into that in our own lives, our own behavior, we can see that in truth, the biggest thing that there is to fear is our fear itself. The fear of whatever is out there that we have is what keeps us stuck, and it causes us to sabotage. Most of us are not really afraid I think at the deepest level, some think they're just afraid of failure, but I think what deeper is in them that is causing fear is a fear of their power, a fear of stepping in and fully being accountable and being powerful and having the capabilities to see your mission through. I think that terrifies some people. It really does, because they know they cannot play victim. They cannot, let someone else take the heat. It's going to all be on their shoulders. And so when we really look at this, these paths that we go away and we kind of distract ourselves, like, oh, I'm going to Seattle, but I think I'm going to take a little side shot over here to the east for a while. That's fine. You're still learning, you're growing. But in essence, if your destination is in Seattle, energetically, this is just metaphorically, we want to get back on that freeway and we want to shoot down the freeway and have the presence and awareness of what our mission is. And that is so vital for our health and our happiness at a soul level. And the reason I was talking about that with the women last night is that the ones that are knowing they're not somewhere that they know their soul's really meant to be, they are suffering in some level. They're having struggle, they're having insecurity, fear, and their sense of self-worth, their body image, all of it is affected because their soul keeps saying, let's go, this is not for us, we need to go that way. And their ego says, no, we don't know what's going to happen over there. We don't know what we'll lose if we leave. What will we lose? What will we be? Who will we be? Like, what will people think of us? And these things keep us very stuck where we are. And at a soul level, it isn't really serving us. And even if the ego stays for, say, a marriage like I did for 20 years, it's not a good or bad thing. It maybe wasn't the most fun thing for me, but big picture, I'm still getting the work done. The angels, my guides, they're still pushing on me. Come on, girl, let's go, let's go. And so really, if you want to just save time, just stick to the path of alignment and honor the calling of the soul. Because as you honor that, it's going to serve you and it's going to serve everyone in your life, because you're living in that inspiration, you're living in that space of truth. And from my experience, and I've talked to the girls about this, I haven't experienced where, I know that something's not right for me and I want to know what to do next. And then the angels deliver me this big business plan. It's like a blueprint that shows me everything that's going to happen. That's never happened. But what they always do is they help me see what's no longer serving me. They give me the courage to make changes, and they show me the next step. And so today, it's kind of a balance of our conversation of, honoring the soul's calling and the power and the gift of stillness. And so the two of these energies together are very powerful. Each of you that is understanding the smallest understanding of meditation and why that's good to be quiet and still and calm your mind, why it's important to, go for a walk in nature and just quiet the thoughts and just observe nature and listen, is going to help you with answering the calling of your soul. And in these times of stillness, it's when we're getting our next step. So if today I'm feeling a little confused about something, or I'm feeling a little insecure about something, the best thing I can do is to tune into that immediately, instead of go and try to distract myself and numb myself by eating a bunch of Twinkies, or, going and getting drunk, or going out and buying a bunch of stuff. Whatever we do, our own form of distraction, our entertainment that keeps us numb to tuning into what the soul wants to say, the more we listen and tune in, the swifter we make the next step that takes us in the direction of our soul's highest mission. And that feels very rewarding and very fulfilling. So when we're in these times where maybe we've done a lot, we've been busy, and we just know we're not happy any longer in this certain direction, that, this served me for a while, but it feels time to go now. We really can learn a lot in the art of letting go when we allow things to come in and when it's time to release them, and really not living with an attachment to things or to people, to situations, status, anything, because none of that matters to your soul. To your ego, it matters, But to our soul, it doesn't really matter. And so it's important that we start to tune in. And, when we're practicing meditation, and I'm saying practicing meaning daily, we are honoring time for stillness, we will make much better choices, much more aligned choices that get us back on the freeway in the direction of our soul's highest mission. Because we're listening, we're tuning in, we're getting that signal, that guidance. Okay, here's the next step, Tanya. This is the next step. This is where you need to go now. Okay, and then I take that step, I manifest, and then I'm in that pause place. So there's action and then being. Action, being. And it's really important to practice this in a very balanced way, because the state of the planet is very reflective of what action and action and action without any presence creates. And if we want to shift things, we need to take the action once we come into that place of stillness. We're receptive, we're listening, we're awaiting the next signal of the direction, the intention, the solution. It's all within, it's all coming in. And as we listen, we can take aligned action. And it's not like worrying about the future anymore, because the more we practice being in the now and honoring stillness, we realize there's really nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about out there externally. You don't need to have all the answers right now and give everybody everything. You just need to be present and trust that whatever you do need will come. When you're doing a training, you're just going to practice what you have now. And when it's time to deliver, you trust that Spirit will move through you, will teach through you, will speak through you, will paint through you, will heal through you, whatever it is. The more we open ourselves to be receptive, and we're vessels for the light, we're vessels for Spirit to move through, amazing, magical things start to happen. And your life really will shift into this place of greater ease. You'll just feel at ease. You'll feel content. And you'll be trusting. There won't be any more fear of where money's coming from, or where the people will come from, or the help or the support, because we know we're connected to Source. We tune in, we thank Source for what we need and what we are asking for very clearly, and then we listen to the guidance, and everything we need comes to us. So I'm going to pause for a second to see if anyone has any input in what I'm sharing today, or any questions on that, and see if you guys have anything to say.
Not yet.
Okay.
Go ahead and take another drink.
Yeah, type in your questions if you have a question, or just even your feedback. Like, is what I'm saying resonating with you, or are you like, you're full of crap, Tanya? So just totally share. If you think I'm full of crap, bring it. I will totally listen to your side. It's totally fine. But if you feel like, wow, what she's saying makes a lot of sense, and I have been stuck for a long time, and what is that? Why do we get stuck? Like, any questions you have, just write them in, and I'll love to tune in on that. And then first person to call in, again, as I always offer, I will do a complimentary reading for the first caller. And then at the end, I'm going to offer a special just for remote healings and remote clients, because I can't always connect with the ones of you that are listening. So I have a special offer just for you today.
All right. Hold it.
Is there a question?
You have a caller.
Okay.
Hello?
And caller, you're gonna need to turn down the volume.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Turn it down.
Oh, okay. The voices sound very strange right now.
What's that?
Did you walk away from the computer?
Turn it down. Speak up.
Oh, yeah, I did. It seems like the voice is behind, though.
Okay.
No natural delay.
There will be a delay. That means that you're still watching. You really need to walk away and just think about it as a phone call.
Okay. Hi, I'm just waiting for, is my voice caught up now? I don't know why. I guess it was echoing off of each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound fine from our side.
Okay.